Welcome back to Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. Last time, Ye got the ability to be a mermaid, and with that power, we're now in the Gourmet Submarine. Those don't look gourmet though, those just look dangerous, so let's get by those.
Listen, gourmet and dangerous are not mutually exclusive. You've heard of fugu?
These things are tasty, but they are hurling at you at just bullet speeds. You will die, but as you do, oh boy, the flavor is amazing.
If these do hit you, try to open your mouth.
It will still kill you.
Might be worth it.
Alright, so considering we're starting out with just a water section, it's safe to say that this is mostly Ye's dungeon. Not that I haven't really been using Ye in all the dungeons since I got her, but you know. Festival Temple was kind of dedicated to Sasuke, and I use him sometimes. Alright, so there are a few just ways around this initial loop of rooms. We've got these guys over here, you know, the bullet guys, and also these guys!
Oh, I'm mad now.
Yeah, so don't stand near those enemies when they're getting mad, because they'll probably rush into you too quickly for you to actually, like, do anything about them. But yeah, as long as you're at a distance, you can just give them that second strike and they're down. If you're wondering what was up with that star block room, like I said, there is a loop in these initial areas. There was another door in that room with Mr. Elephant that we could have taken, and that would have, you know, required me to actually do the star blocks in that section, but I didn't have to. So I won't.
Gotta use Ye as much as possible.
Thankfully there are no redundant rooms. Alright, also we've got this room, which is just, you know, the little sushi delivery thing, but like, floating? I don't know what that's called. Little sushi belts, I guess. Is there a specific name for it, or is it just sushi belts?
I've always just heard them called sushi conveyor belts.
Alright then, simple enough.
Or occasionally conveyor belt sushi.
Mm-hmm. Also, the walls are made of rice.
Way to go, Goemon!
So you can take this lower path. And down there is a platform that you can freeze if you want to cross a Sasuke, but it's easier to just do this. I mean, all you gotta do is jump and throw the chain pipe. Thanks to the fact that jumping is just the thing you need to do, it's actually some pretty easy jumps that I still managed to mess up.
So, this is a minor thing, but have I mentioned what Ye is saying every time you select her?
One of them, yeah.
Okay.
Ye is here.
Yeah, Ye has arrived.
Ye has arrived, yeah. There is actually a video on YouTube that goes over, like, the voice lines for this and the other N64 game, which I believe is Goemon's Great Adventure.
I only recognize the word Sanjo because a Kamen Rider character has that as their catchphrase as well.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of their name, they say Ore.
Yeah, personally my favorite is just Abysamaru, who apparently just makes cat noises sometimes. Hoi Hoi is just fucking cat onomatopoeia, I guess.
Wait, I thought Nya was the cat onomatopoeia.
There could be more than one. Also, I have not noticed that those spike balls are actually adorable? I didn't catch that while recording, but look at them! They're so cute!
I'm dangerous.
And I mean, I guess they must be tasty, because, like, now we're in a broth? And they're in a broth, so, like, they're here for the flavor. Got some green onions down here as well.
I'm bringing an umami flavor to this dish.
Woo, you're gonna die tasty!
I'm not poisonous, but I am covered in spikes, so I will fucking kill you.
There is no safe part of me to eat. I'm just for the flavor.
No, I am not related to Homestar 1. There was just only so many ways to do eroticism and beat you. Hey, fucked up that the word for not being able to say R correctly has an R sound in it.
Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes the people who make words are just fuckers. I mean, look at Triskaidekaphobia. Who's the fucking asshole who did that one?
The people who describe speech impediments are especially assholeish. Because I feel like I can only think of two right now. Lisp, you can't say properly if you have a lisp. Eroticism, you can't say properly if you have eroticism. It wouldn't surprise me if they're all just like that.
You know, whoever named seasonal affective disorder, I respect you, but also fuck you. Like, okay, look, good acronym, but also fuck off. Can't just name it sad.
Is this a fucking joke to you? Is this funny?
It is in the summertime, but wintertime? Oh, not in the slightest. Alright, so this area is actually dangerous because it's a big grill, but in this room we receive the Yay Bazooka. So this is Yay's ranged weapon. It's just a bazooka.
Oh, and it's homing. Good.
So yeah, this means that Abysamaru is the only character who does not get a ranged attack. He does have a way to make certain enemies vulnerable, but everything he does is just melee ranged. Also, the A bazooka is ranged, but it's not perfect. It doesn't work as well as it probably should. And honestly, I don't think you typically need range in this game. Well, there is one enemy that I would say you should probably use range for, but will not be at that enemy for a little while, so for the most part, you don't need range. But yeah, Goemon's got range, Sasuke's got range, Yae does. Abysamaru has the meat saw hammer to sort of make up for it. He can just be a source of health grinding, but other than that, as I've said before, he is the character who, if anybody, kind of drops off at the end.
Does Ye's homing shot always fire 3 projectiles, or does it follow like Panzer Dragoon rules, where it fires as many as you have locked on?
I think it's 3, because there was that one point at which I just locked onto one guy, it seemed, and it fired 3, so I think that's just how it always is.
I didn't know if that was just like a 3 minimum, or it only ever fires 3.
Also, I think I mentioned this in a previous dungeon, but, you know, Abysamaru's tell for having to use the camera to unveil platforms is the game just telling you to unveil the platforms with the camera. This is the point at which they realized, hey, there's really no easy way to tell the player when to use this thing. We'll just tell them to use it. Alright, so this particular area, Sasuke is particularly useful because he can freeze those fox masks, but we don't need to go that direction just yet. The return trip, however, Sasuke will be very useful. In the meantime, we'll just kill another steamed crab. So anyway, I suppose we're pretty far in the dungeon now, so I should mention, Gourmet Submarine, pretty cool just theme overall. You know, food-based levels are kinda rare, but always kinda fun to utilize. The music here, however, is probably one of my favorite songs in the game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
However, this is also the song that sounds vaguely like the Powerpuff Girls theme that I mentioned way earlier. Just that last bit in the final version of the song. It feels like it should just trail off into da 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 da, but it doesn't.
About food levels being rare, I feel like they were a lot more common in 2D games.
Yeah.
I think the switch to 3D kind of like killed every graphic designer's faith in their ability to make food. It's like, this all looks good, but it's also like weird looking in a way that's kind of hard for me to qualify.
Yeah, the only one in a 3D game I can think of is Sweet Mountain from Sonic Colors. Alright, so let's see. Ah, yes, this is just another hot area. That's a grill, don't step on it. Alright, and we shall enter this room, which is the boss room. Hey, just hanging out. Yes, Poron, my favorite Final Fantasy IV character? You just want the MacGuffin? But what if my beauty is the MacGuffin? Wait, you can do that? You can just drop it in a town? Alright, well, I guess we don't have to care about this guy then. Oh, hey Lily. The US? You're invited to hell! Hey, come on, I'm the main villain. I should be in more cutscenes. God, I love this terrible, awful pun.
I appreciated the audience going, oh.
And they hate it. What am I, chopped liver? Come on. I'm a villain too. I get less scenes. Come on. Goodbye, Fernandez. Oh god, my arm is so numb now.
We're not in the same room. I don't know how she's doing this through holograms.
Switch to the on position. That's the way everybody words a phrase like that.
I mean, that is what I say every time I turn on one of my video game consoles.
Oh, not the time bomb. I hate that thing.
Are you saying we're going to dare to stop the time bomb?
I don't think we can. We've got to stay calm and save the game up until this point in the adventure diary. So it's been a while since this happened, but it's time to summon Impact once again. And thankfully he can just warp us out of the dungeon. That's handy. Hey, Impact, could you do like that for like every dungeon? It'd be really helpful.
there are so many like Super Sentai and Power Rangers games, and yet the game that I think gets the feeling of like the mech sections the best is Goemon. This might be going on a bit too long, but like it's kind of what these shows used to do. They make these things as long as they could.
Also, hey, if you move the control stick, you can move his head up and down, left and right.
Nice.
Alright, so we've escaped the submarine, and now we're just causing rampant destruction for
villages.
Reasons.
This is what happens when you build your house in the middle of the ocean.
I mean, you can't get groceries, and also Impact just fucking kills you. Also, they're flying fortresses, where those take 2 hits to defeat, so gotta whack them twice.
I like that because it removes any like plausible deniability. This isn't just Impact being hard to control. You're actively and maliciously destroying these things because you're swinging your weapon around.
I mean, look, I need fuel and I need money, because if I don't have either one of those, the giant battle's gonna be real hard to fight. So this is mostly a pretty easy section. The only thing you have to trip over are the ropes, and they're not too bad to dodge. Some of them are kind of hidden from view by the houses, but honestly, no like rope and pit combinations in this one, like in the first Impact section. And now, it's time for the boss. Don't know why she's here, but she's here anyway. Thaisamba 2, the charming mermaid. There she is. Noise is adorable.
She have 2 mouths.
And she will go. Alright, so this time around, it's a great animation, yeah. This time around, that center map is going to be very helpful, because Thaisamba can very easily leave your sights, and when that happens, you need to make sure you know where she is, so that she doesn't sneak up on you. Plus, it'll just help you figure out where you're supposed to aim your chain pipe.
I want the next Goemon game to have like a Steel Battalion style controller for these sections.
You know, if that were financially feasible and if there was ever going to be a Goemon that's not a patchy slot ever again, that would absolutely be a thing they would do.
Or even just like some arcade spin-off that uses an absurd arcade setup for the controller. Like Virtual On, but Goemon.
Yeah, just good ideas. Again, too bad it's Konami. Oh no! She dodged the beam! She's so powerful! What a gracious spin as well. That being said, most of her projectiles aren't too bad. It's just these weird shark bomb thingamajigs, and also the colorful balls that I think we've seen in the previous boss. They get used multiple times for different projectiles. No, second half of this fight! We're being taken down into her domain. This is more or less the same, though. Just pay attention to the radar, because Thaisamba's gonna try to rush you a lot. She can also scare herself pretty easily as well. You know, see, she's gonna leave, and then up, going all the way to the left. And I missed the timing there. Oh well, these things happen. I missed the beam again. Curses.
You keep whiffing on your... You can't just throw out your supers like this. You have to confirm your first hit, then chain that into a combo, then finish it up with the super. If you just throw your super out raw, you're going to miss or get blocked every time.
So yeah, that tornado attack, same advice as I've been giving for the rest of the fight. Radar, radar, radar. Just keep an eye on it, and you'll be fine. So anyway, pretty good advice there, but unfortunately you missed the kickback there.
What is causing this zoom? It feels a little wonky.
No, not this time. Alright, so, let's see if we can get that combo going. Punch, punch, punch. She's down, and... got her.
There we go. OTG with the super. Nice. That's not going to make people salty at all.
Thy Samba 2 was very powerful, very graceful, but in the end, she was no match for impact and the light punch. Did you see that one, kids? Fucking killed a mermaid! Alright, so, that's just about it for the end of the episode. We're done here, and Impact's gonna say farewell once again. It's worth noting that the gourmet submarine did explode, so we can never visit it again, and that's why there were no fortune dolls in there. It's too bad that my favorite dungeon got blown up, but these things happen. Well, I guess next time on Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, we didn't get our last item, so we'll have to go figure out where that got off to. Oh god, the birds! The birds are still bastards. What if you just got fucking tactically nuked by a seagull? Don't think he'd like that.